Wah, wah, wah. Alright. I still need to fix up some stuff, but hey, I'm here. Isn't that great? I felt like doing something a little bit special before we head off into the new year. I know it's been probably 3 months since I last made a Gundam build, and this one's been a long time coming. So, yeah. Do some preamble. So this one I got, gosh, maybe 3 years ago? As a Christmas gift from my dad, and I just never got around to building it. I also got a Gunpla for my birthday. Maybe I'll do it this year too. And yeah, this is the Gundam X, sorry, Crossbone Gundam now, which is a Build Fighters fusion between like the Gundam X and the Gundam Crossbones, two of which very cool designs. I built an RG Gundam Crossbones pretty earlier on in the series. That was okay. I had some thoughts about that one. I need to take another look at that kit and see if I can get it to actually stand properly or whatever the heck was wrong with it at the time. But yeah, the New Year's is fast approaching. We're a few hours away, but I still wanted to leave you guys off with something a little bit special. So I have the kit, and if you read the title, you know I have the skull weapons come with it also as a little add-on accessory. There's some funny little, things attached to the skull weapons. So, I felt like, why not buy that too and have those neat little add-ons. So I'm just getting my bearings here because this is not the usual building setup. And, I also have the two images at the top here. I normally only have one, so there's a bit less real estate for me to mentally work with. So give me a second while I talk about stuff. So I've been putting this build off for a long time because I wanted to finish watching the Gundam X series, but I just haven't gotten around to it. It's a really good show. I almost don't want to finish it. And like reluctantly, haven't seen any episodes of it in a long time. I think I got about 13 left to go. This is a good workspace. Speaking of workspace, I kind of wanted to show this off as another reason why I'm doing this. So if y'all remember the Christmas box opening video, I got this wicked gift here, and I just kind of want to show off. I feel like maybe I should ask Mom where she got it and give a link in the description, because this is just fantastic for all my fellow builders in the audience who are just like, looking for that one piece solution storage. Just like, oh yeah, I've still got a bunch of Gundam markers and stuff that aren't gonna go in here. I got like a little Tim Hortons tin of markers and stuff, but like even now, like there's still a bunch of empty space, and like these don't need to go here, but like I pretty much have everything here I need now. So here's a mask for when I paint or when I do sanding. Here's my paints. What I have, Tomia and Mr. Color, I believe. These are the brands I'm using. Yeah, Mr. Color. Just when you buy Gundam paints, make sure you buy local so that way, they get restocked. You're not like ordering paints from overseas and it's like, I have to spend like $10 to, that would be crazy. So you want to buy local paints from local hobby stores, even if they're not like the recommended brands. But I definitely recommend, is it acrylic paint? The alcohol-based paints, not the oil-based paints. Because I had a bad time with those paints. I'm sure I talked a lot about it before. So yeah, this is where everything is. It's funny, I still have this. This is the only real important part. That's where I keep all my tools. Nippers and precision, whatchamacallit. So yeah. Let's get these manuals out here. So I have both manuals, of course, because we're gonna be assembling both. The cool thing, I think the coolest thing about the Skull Weapons backpack, for anyone who's curious, we'll just briefly go through it over here. Just all this stuff. You get a second backpack, which I think is really cool. If you like the backpack design of the Gundam X or the Gundam X mouse specifically, it's got the sticker here. You could probably do the same thing with a type of paint, but it's sort of meant to represent like a solar panel reflector because, gimmicks and stuff about the original Gundam X, which I'll probably talk about to fill the airtime. And on the back here, a bunch of special weapons that come with this Crossbone, the skull weapon system, like it's like a shield missile kind of thing. It's not really important. It is a side set, and you get this dingy little pistol. a cutlass style sword and like a spear. You know, I would get it just for the pistols, and it comes with an alternate set of hands. I think it's the peace sign hands that come with this one specifically, or they came with the kit as it is, because the character Maoh, he's kind of eccentric. He likes to tease and whatnot. Yeah, okay. Without spending too much time looking at that, we got our runners here, effects, and I only built the I believe I only built the X backpack because sorry, the Skull Weapons backpack is actually an alternate backpack too. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. That has sub arms. So like that's probably another good reason to buy this. So this is just the original backpack, just unassembled because I didn't really want to bother with it. The new backpack is what we're here for. And this is a spare, I believe, because there are a couple redundant runners on this. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Again, it's been a while since I pre-assembled this. Been a while since we've done anything, so without further ado, we'll just throw this to the side and we'll get into it. This obviously predates me labeling my bags, but I found the feet here quite easily. We'll get this open in case we do need anything. And yeah, I think I want to back this up maybe. I'm actually kind of stalling for time because for anybody who's not Canadian or Ontario, Toronto, I think it's probably just Toronto, where we get the bus for free after 7 tonight, because it is of course New Year's Day, the day of recording this video. It is 4:57 for anyone who cares. I forgot what year it was just a second there. 2023 going on 2024. Can you believe it? That's the first time I've said that in a meaningful sense. Alright, I'm going to do the legs first because that's how I do me. And it says to start with the tips of the toes. Very cool. So, this of course being a derivative of the Gundam Crossbone, I'm pretty sure we're in for a rather small build, like in the low 6 centimeters. Always good to have the kind of height line space when you buy these figures, because again, you know, they do fudge up the numbers sometimes, but you know, it's a 1/44th scale of a tiny model kit, of a tinier Gundam, so you know, we're in for a tiny completed model. I think we're going to be building this way, so I'll put these to the side here. That makes the most sense. And we got our tiptoes. These should be symmetrical, so I should be able to do 2 at a time. Okay. Asking for PC7. Great. This is a good framing. I think this is some good framing we have going on today. Get me. Oh, I got that piece already in there already. That's good. Where is your brother? Where's your brother? Okay. Also, I forgot to mention, I have laundry going on in the background. I'm just multitasking. I don't really need to do it now. But that's going to go off at some point within like the next 40-something minutes. So if you hear a large brrrr or like see me jumping, that's what that is. So. A34. That should look like... What would that look like? Would that be this? Perhaps that's this? It's not, yeah, it's not a sealed piece, so that's what that most likely is. So I need one that's the other way. That's going to be for the upper, that's going to be for the guard. That probably goes at the foot, I would think. Or the skirt. What are you? That's going to be for the tip of the toe, I would think. This probably goes in the back, like this. Well, let's see if this is what I think it is. It's got 2 points of connection, right? So the high hitting piece here, and it's supposed to come out the side like this. So that would be for this leg, or whichever leg you want to make the left. Ah, yeah. Cool. I like the way that sits in. And a little kick out the side. I like it when they make the feet look like shoes. There it is. No, does it say what foot? It doesn't say what foot we're making. So these are super interchangeable. Let's see here. Oh, I got some glare right here. I can't see properly. A13. Oh yeah, so I just did that. Even though it says it's ×2, it shows both being done separately. That's kind of weird. Probably because it just cuts off here and picks up over there. B13. That's gonna be one of those dish-looking things that holds onto a poly cap. Here it is. And the second one, I have the nippers here. I was just wondering where they were. And it wants PC6 right next to the 7s. That's funny. So we're already done with one row. Good. I like that. Do. We are facing outward. Like that. Okay. A9. God, the glare here is just insane. I want to make sure I can see what that battery is at. So what is that supposed to look like? With something with a seam in it? Could that be this from a different angle? No. I doubt that. Here it is. Where's your brother? I don't see another one. Oh, there it is. So this goes in. Is it down or up? It looks to be up. Okay. And then find the seam or a seam. And then there's a little latch built into here, so it's supposed to latch onto this shape, I see. I feel like I'm feeding it in the wrong way. So hold on. Oh, it wants to go down. So I need to, this is probably the wrong one. So it should be this, feeding into this little latch and holding on, hanging on. Like that. Cool. It's a proper connection, I think. What's the rotationary movement here? I don't think it's supposed to move. I guess well, the movement would be in here, so this is stagnant. What do we got going on here? Oh yeah, just people from work talking about not working on the work group chat. I wonder what time they're closing today. I think it's probably going to be 9 like normal. But you never know with these holiday things. I'm, of course, obviously not working today. So I don't know. Nice. Okay. This I seem to have pre-assembled partially, on this leg at least. Good for me. And then, it looks like it's facing outward when it's attached. Black. No, it's interesting. It wasn't actually in anything. Okay. There's a hole there. That's not the right thing though, is it? So this would be left and right. I think this is what I saw in the diagram. But I don't see this bottom piece here. It's being shown here. Oh, there it is. I can see it now. Again, I'm dealing with a weird amount of glare today. So this needs to be facing this way in relation to this facing forward. So like that, so it can swing. No, it's not swinging. Push that in. It's not swinging at all. There you go. Hold it from a different angle if I'm going to force it to swing. So this should seal it, and if it's not going to seal, it's not in the right direction. There's the second one. Let's do the same here. And then here's this piece I had earlier. That should seal this one. It's not, because this is for something else later, I think. There it is. By the way, I totally forgot to mention I'm wearing my Poutine pants today. Just got a, stayed Riemann. These pants are super comfortable too. I'm not sure exactly what they're made out of, these Poutine pants, but sure it's something delicious. There you go. Just had to push it in a little bit more. Then not at all. And then you connect armor to this. Receiver, yep. Up low. This needs to be lower. So this should go on. Should be lower. So it should go on this leg this way. Let's see, which one do I have that I could actually seal here? No. So it needs to be this way. There's two dots in here. They need to be, one of them has to be facing low to the entry point. So right. Needs to be low to the bend point. Weird. Cool. Okay. Okay, that's that. All right, this is probably sealing in the top, so we're doing the legs via the sides. So here's what we've assembled so far. We got tips, and we got that upper part of the leg. That's not the thigh, whatever you would call it. So now we're making the these. These. 2 polycap 8s each. Cool. It's tighter than it probably should be. Yeah, I'll just expedite that with the nippers. Love those nippers. Love that nice cut sand. Interesting. Usually you put something inside the legs before sandwiching them together, but these are pretty simple. Or they're at least going for simplicity. I don't know if I did that. Get those in there, okay? And then you put them together, and you shake it all out. I noticed this thing doesn't have the slot in the back for the daggers, which makes sense, because that would be too much gimmick for this kit, which is trying to be more Gundam X than Gundam Crossbow. Bone. Bow. Ba-bone, ba-do-ba-do. Alright. Get those neat little yellow pieces in there. The right way, or should it go the other way? I'm looking at... Should be facing downward, okay. Downward, and then... skyward, swordward. Stickers, I already applied the stickers. So we've got more of the, whatchamacallit, that whole satellite paneling here inside the, there's a word for that, the fore or something. Kind of like the forehead of the thigh. Front of the thigh. Alright, this thingy. Now it says here, okay, put B15 in here. That's interesting. You don't usually put anything into the armor pieces before some part is part of assembly. I suppose in modern day they would have it built in, or like not be a ball joint attachment. That looks kind of easily broken. So let's see here. This needs to be facing downward with the flat. So this would be for the other leg. smooth flat here. Oh no, it's raised. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and this is gonna connect the. Huh. So it's connected. The feet and the thigh are connected via the toe skirting armor. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. Connected via toe skirting armor. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Ooh, that's a really good side to side pivot. That's like 90 degrees right there. Interesting. It's like a Super Nintendo joystick or something. That is super interesting. I think that might be some of the most side to side I've gotten. It's pretty natural with very low resistance. There you go. This one's a little bit tighter than the others. In fact, so is the distance too. Yeah, it's about the same. No pop. This one's a little bit tighter in the connection here. Probably want to loosen that or something. All right, finishing up the skirt, right? Standard here, pretty standard, I would say. This goes in the no polycap. No polycap. Okay, just goes straight in. Oh, at the top too. Okay. Look at that. Look at that piratey steering wheel. Yarg. There would be directions to go in. I think this one here on the back seems to boot right. Stickers for the skirt. That's done. I don't think we have separating skirting armor here, do we? Oh, we do. Okay. So I think I've learned my lesson. I've broken too many of these, manually splitting them apart. We're just gonna cut it with the nippers, like professionals. But I still want to leave that little extra bit there for tension. Okay. Oh, get back in your slots. There you go. Already had that pre-assembled. Doesn't make sense to have all that skirting stuff not attached. Okay. Where are the legs supposed to go in? Oh, I did do it wrong. Okay, cool. Good thing I double checked. I was like, that doesn't seem right. I don't know how I came into this conclusion. Putting this thing at the top. Hope that doesn't do any damage to that. I don't think it does. It's perfectly normal looking. Okay. So let's feed this in and then feed that in. Because this is supposed to stay in place, this little steering wheel thing. That should be good enough. Oh. That should not have happened. Should not be able to pop all the way out. Let me move these a little bit out of the way. So next we need to apply the skirt. I'm guessing it's a PC5 and a PC4 for the head of the waist here. And then 2 5s. That's great. I love how the entire bottom row of this polycap runner has been used. Dude, I have so many leftover polycap runners. It's insane. Because they just keep reusing the mold of the polycap runner. I got all these leftover polycaps. It's insane. It's unbelievable. So wait. Don't care too much about the placement of these. They could be backwards. They could be forwards right now for all I know. Can't really tell, so I don't really care. Got a little nub here. That's annoying me. Alright, that's everything for the legs. Just gotta get all these guys together in one room. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, that's backwards. Yep, everything's done perfectly. At least to the instructions. Sometimes you go off book and you get things that look or feel a little bit better, you know, based on preference. These skirts, they're being raised by the little joint up here. Makes it feel kind of wrong. Oh yeah, there's actually kind of slots in perfectly. These are supposed to be, they are supposed to be facing back. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Back to back. Is my computer plugged in? Okay. Thought I saw the power go out or something. 5:30. What does that mean for the string length? F11. It means I can't tell how long the string's been going, despite being on F11. What a stupid issue to be having. Where I can't see the information at the bottom of my own stream. Okay, time to open a second bag. Isn't that crazy? We did all that with one bag. This is the backpack stuff I tend to leave for later. It's the skull weapon set, actually. And this is rubber band me. More skull weapon stuff. Alright, get that chest. Look at that. That chest. Ah! That's probably the coolest part about the kit, just the lack of the satellite cannon. So they just put it inside the chest. Like a lot of mobile suits from the late UC century, like the Sazabi, the Psycho Gundam Mark II. No, the Psycho Gundams in general have that. The O? Does the O have that? I think the O had that too. A lot of mobile suits had the chest, not the chest cannon, the multi-particle beam spray guns. There you go. In fact, didn't the Rick Dom had a beam spray gun in the side of its chest? Huh. forgot about that. That's cool. I just like looking at Gundam technology and seeing how it progresses, it evolves, and how it inspires new stuff. I like the, I'm sure I probably mentioned this a lot recently in past videos, but just the whole idea that Char's defeat during the Grips conflict inspired him to build the Sazabi the way he did, where it just takes the parts from like all the two mobile suits that were completely kicking his ass during the end of that conflict, the O and the Cubili, where he took the funnels he took the size, so he was willing to have a more bulkier suit because it could store more power. He took the weapon from the O. I think was the subarm system too. The Cubili's beam, what do we call it? Funnel system and a bunch of other stuff too. Probably more than I could recall in any given moment. Where's the back? There's the back half. But yeah, I thought that was super cool. It's a neat piece of lore. You can intuit it just by looking at it, but being told and then you look for it is also pretty cool too. A lot of mobile suits are like that. Like the Gundam Mark III actually takes inspiration from the Zeta via its like headpiece and sleeker design, as well as its main weapon, I think too. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The bottom piece here is supposed to lock everything in place. So that's a upper raised. I think it's supposed to go this way then. Does it say? Okay, it wants this slightly raised upper piece. So be in the front. Cool. Everything locked. No, what was funny is I was building Kinder Surprises the other day because I had a Kinder Surprise chocolates. So it's like I haven't built a Kinder Surprise in however long it's been, and it's just like, these things are crap, and I threw them all out. But it was fun to build and figure out what it was. And now I'm building Gunpla, like, it's like the same quality of plastic. Oh no. Not really. But you know, they're kind of similar. In fact, even the paper material is kind of the same. Oh no. That's a neat little headpiece. If I had remembered to bring my stand, I should remember that because I'm going to need it again for my next build. I'm sure I talked about what my original next build was going to be. I don't even remember what it was, and I didn't want to look it up, but whatever. Because again, this is like a bonus treat. I do plan on doing another build this week, and I kind of need to keep the momentum going because we got a lot of Gunplas in the back in my bedroom over there. It's just, oh my god. And I did recently order some new stuff, but like it's not a lot. And you know, the good thing about ordering new stuff is that it's pre-order, so it's not coming in for a long time. Plenty of time to clean up your room. Child. But yeah. It's just like, I probably shouldn't talk about it because it's super far away. Because even when I get it, I'm not going to build it on stream for a while. I'm looking for a polycap? I am. No, I'm not. G8. The hell is a G8? Oh, PC3. Okay. G8's the armor piece. I'm looking for PC3. That is beautiful. I want to see more of that. I actually want to see this gone, but I want to see more of that, if nothing else. That is fantastic. What a great gift to myself. And also to you, the viewer. Don't forget the viewers. All 386 of you. Watching this guy watch this, going, oh man, that looks really lame, dude. What are you doing? Are you wasting your life, man? That's interesting. There is an exposed piece here in the shoulder. I'm not sure if you can see that super clearly. It does make sense to have exposed whatchamacallit, exposed gaps in armor design. I'm sure you've probably heard of it in cars, but like newer cars actually newer cars break more easily because it's kind of like the what's so funny, like the Chilbine armor for the Gundam Alice. It's breakaway armor. It's because if the armor was as tough as it was, and then the armor hit you and did more damage to you than the thing that hit you, the armor would like be a detriment. Imagine like I think it's breastplate armor. Imagine like if that inverted, instead of falling off, it would be way more effective if the armor took the blow, fell off, than if it broke, indented, and then stabbed you. You know? Like you don't want your armor to like splinter and do damage to you. You would rather it break off and, you know, serve its function, absorb the blow, fall off. I thought that's what this is designed to do, but, you know, it's a cool concept. I like thinking about it and talking about it. Breakaway armor. Although I'm sure you guys don't like paying the bill for it. It's like, oh my god, my car door came off. You know, 20 years ago, that car door wouldn't have fallen off. It would have killed you. But, it's better to be alive and pay the bill. I forgot that this was such a nice, like, shade of navy blue. It's almost like a, I don't want to say violet, like a maroon or something. It's like a very nice shade of blue, especially with the reflective purple, because then it makes the blue look more dark. So you can see what I'm looking at here. It's kind of glary. I'll bring it closer to the camera when we're done. I'm not going to go into my room and bring out the rotating tray, because this is just supposed to be quick and simple, which it has been so far. Quick, simple, fun. What is fun? Huh. Oh, because I put the piece in already. I'm not looking for it. I tell you, I get more confused when I pre-assemble pieces than when I just leave them all over the place. But it is faster to have things pre-assembled. 100% of the time. I can't imagine. I brought this up a couple times. Like, I think for our finale, I wanted to do a master grade from scratch. Just because it's so interesting, like, thinking back, like, remember when I used to build my Gunpla instead of pre-assembling them? I didn't have to, like, look all over the place for pieces. I would just assemble as I was building. But now, like, when you stream builds, it's like, where is it? Whereas normally it'd be like, you know, it was in my hand. I took it out so I could put it on. You know? It comes with its own problems. There you go. Oh, that's why it didn't work. It has to be this way. So the socket is going to define whether it's a left arm or right arm, I guess. So you want to invert it like that. So let's say this is the right arm. And I want this to face this way. Well, actually, what does the thing dictate? So this says it needs to be this way. Face outward. Okay. So that would either mean I have this on the wrong arm, or it should be the left arm. So let's make it the left arm. Oh, cool. I like how that goes all the way through. It's probably not supposed to, is it? And then it wants me to seal it? Eh? Okay. Cool. So that reflector bit stays inside and unexposed to damage. Okay. Makes sense because it's part of the arms. The arms do see a lot of combat. Whether it be close quarters or recoil from firing lasers. So I guess that makes sense on a lot of fronts. Technologically. Not even technology-wise. Utility-wise. Something like a banana. Hey, Carms. Oh, I'm gonna do what I did last year. I don't think I posted last year because I don't remember it. But gonna go to my dad's later tonight. We're gonna probably hang out on the roof of his building, get some cool shots of Toronto's New York fireworks. Yeah, there you go. It's like Toronto but New York style. Just do the fireworks thing, hang out together. What about you? Got any cool New Year's plans? It's supposed to be outward. Oh, it's the wrong hand, so I'm not getting the right idea. So this should be facing inward. I can't, they're telling me it's supposed to face this way, but the way it's drawn, I can't see it. So I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Because it's designed on this one. So I don't know if this is supposed to be facing forward or backward. There's a little seam in there, but it's on both sides, right? It's on both sides. Yes, I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. I just know it's supposed to be facing the left side. Thanks, instructions. Yeah, Carms, what are your New Year's plans? What are your plans for the New Year's, Carms? I assume it's fine. It's not super important to me anyways. What this looks like on this piece. Come on, man. Everyone's waiting in suspense. Drum roll. Oh, cool. These things line up very nicely. Man, these are some small-ass arms. Looks like boy skipped arm day and went straight to satellite cannon school. It looks very dirty on the side here. I should hit that with the sandpaper. For sure. That's not good. Cool. Oh no! The shoulder armor's in the way, so we don't get our 90-degree bend. Oh, that kind of sucks. It's impeded. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. We did it! We killed the polycap runner and used all the caps. It's a goddamn miracle. Yep, that is a small dude. That's like way less than 6 centimeters, I think. That's what you'd expect. Could you imagine if I got the F91 in high grade? It'd be like slightly smaller than this. Crazy. So we got the double peace sign hands that came with the skull weapon set. Speaking of weapon set, that's all we have left to do. Where is the natural internal weapons? Oh, we get the blades for the feet too. I forgot about that. That's funny. Oh, Crossbone Gundam, you silly goose. So these are the instructions on how to build the original backpack. We have the skull weapons to contend with. So let's bring out the skull weapons manual. I'm not sure where the new Gunpla begins and the old Gunpla ends. Oh. Is that, no, I was gonna say. There's the base for the skull weapon set, which is a cool addition. If you wanted a special stand for the suit, definitely get the skull weapons. So here are the blades for the bottom of the feet. We're not gonna use those, because that's a silly gimmick. I wonder if that's like a heat knife or something for the Crossbone Gundam. Here are the Crossbone guns. I'm sure they have a cooler, specialer name. And here's the gun holding wheel. This is a very interesting system. Here are the beam combat knives. I know I said beam there. I don't know what they're called. More peace signs. Okay, so we get peace signs with the original kit and with the skull weapons. There's a gun holding hand. It's the same gun you'd get with all the Crossbone variants. I don't know why I didn't put it in the bag. Oh. Is this the original stuff? I think this is the original stuff here. Everything is just kind of all over the place. I'm guessing I wanted to do this. Here are the pistols. I think the pistols are the... I wonder if these are even beam weapons, because again, this is build fighters. So these wouldn't have existed in the UC century. And they're kind of, you know, build fighters. A kid made this up, so... I imagine this is a beam musket. Let me get that on screen, on camera properly. Like a beam musket. I'm not sure if it's loading like pellets or maybe exploding pellets. That would be fun. Or something like, what's it called? Like the clay bazooka. That would be cool. Clay pellets. The clay, I'm sure I've talked about it before, but the clay bazooka is a very interesting piece of Gundam technology. Because assuming you know that the clay bazooka is loaded with a clay shot, and you fire it, you don't trigger your opponent's new type sense, because it's a non-lethal attack. There's no killer intent behind it, so they can't sense it with their psychic powers. Which means that you'd be able to land off a clean shot without them being able to detect it. And when it does land, the clay bazooka... Cool. I was talking to a coworker earlier. That does mean that when you do land the clay bazooka shot, it starts sticking to the mobile suit like gum, immobilizing them, so then they wouldn't be able to dodge a follow-up lethal attack. I just think that's a crazy thought process. Although I guess it didn't see much effectiveness because, you know, you don't see clay bazooka technology later on in the war. I guess because things are just so chaotic. If you're going to land a hit, you're going to land a hit. Or maybe because new types learn to adapt to that kind of... Because I guess you're still intending for the attack to hit, regardless of if it's going to be lethal or not. But most new type pilots are so freaking fast and shit, like, you couldn't even hit them anyways. So who knows what's going on with that lore. If anybody knows, don't tell me. I like my headcanon better. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. So yeah, these are just like some silly random stuff. I like it, you know, hooks, beam muskets, a beam naginata, or naginata. I'm sure this is technically a beam weapon or something. And then of course the cutlass, all that come with the skull weapons add-on set. All my extra hands. If anybody's curious, I'll probably give a more detailed breakdown of the stuff. But I mean, you know, you should just get both. I mean, assuming you can, actually. That's easier said than done. Because the reason this was a Christmas gift for me mainly is because I couldn't find it anywhere retail. Because this is an old, like... I don't know if it's been put into print since, because it's been years since I picked this kit up. Many Christmases ago. But, like, it wasn't easy to get, so, you know. The skull weapons were easier to get, because I got them separately. I got the skull weapons for myself, but the kit was a Christmas present. Anyways. Like I was saying a bit earlier, it's the skull weapons that have the sub-arms built into the backpack, whereas the original does not. So there's a lot of reasons to get the skull weapon set. I would highly recommend. Oh, I see. So the sub-arms and the thing. No, because there's extra. This one has 4. And this one has... No. I think you put these together too. We'll find out as we rebuild this together. So standard sub-arms, like you would see when I build the Baldwin arms, way near the beginning of this stuff. Such a long time ago. The Baldwin arms. Alec Baldwin. Let me separate these things. I have these disassembled for I guess, on-screen stuff. This is, again, the same gun, just in high-grade version. Probably less detailed, but I think it does the same, like, transforming gimmick stuff. You still have your saber. Yeah, it doesn't have the twisty piece, so you have to manually move it. And then, of course, you know, the buster. It's the... Is it called the saber? I don't remember. I know when you put them together, it's the Zan Buster. So it's like a tiny gun and then a sword, and then you combine the two together. You know, just like a pirate would do. Here is 1/2. I guess it's the top half. So it's the majority of the skull weapon transport system. There's a handle in here because you, of course, turn it into a shield when it's not in proper use. You know, I'm sure pirates are known for using their shields in combat. Okay, yeah. So let's just streamline this really quick because I don't know how long it's been because I can't see the damn timer. Fucking thanks for nothing, OBS. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that thing. I'm going to run an auto-config wizard one of these days just to make it fix itself. Here we go. So this, on this system, these move forward. Then they still have their regular rotation because they're on a peg like you saw. So that goes like this. That's the wrong way. I don't remember how different the construction of this is compared to the included ones with the Maoh. The Crossbone Maoh. But, you know, they're very similar. If you wanted to, I suppose you could put the Baldwin arms and then attach them to these satellite reflectors to get more movement out of them. But they don't need to be super, you know, rotating and whatnot. It's very simple movements for large effects. And then we have thruster movement too. Oh, yeah, that's to be expected. Oh yeah, it's supposed to go inward. That's why that came out like that. Need to redo that. My bad. My bad. Talking about my bad. I don't want to cut the sticker by accident, because the sticker it's a sticker, so it's probably not the most durable thing in the universe. Let's get that part separator out there. The trick with the part separator is not to twist, but just push. Because if you twist, you might actually do damage. But if it's just a forward push, you know, less likely to break things on the way. Cool. Suppose you could probably attach something to these little pegs here too. Or put them on something else, if you're so inclined. And that plugs into this. So it goes from a single 3mm peg to a 2.2mm peg. So it's kind of like already got a built-in universal adapter. You might be able to even put this on a Strike Gundam from around the 2000... Was it 2003 to 2005? I think they were using that adapter connection. And then here, yep, 2 points. Cool. Yeah, let's get the arms built properly. Because the arms, of course, hold on to like other guns and stuff that this thing comes with. The sub-arm system is truly a wonder. Not entirely sure when it first showed up. sure it's like one of those things secretly developed by Xeon where if they'd had it, they could have won the 1 Year War. 1, 2, 3. I feel like there should be a bit more to it. But let's see here. 1. Yep, 2. 2, 3. Oh, nope. There's another link. So... no, seems pretty simple. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. I should look at the instructions instead of trying to do this by imagination. Okay. So that part is correct. This goes into this. And then there's a 3-link piece. So is that probably what I left on the runner? I had assumed I'd finished building this, but I might have not intended to do this on stream and just left it undone. Let's see what's on the runner here. I need that. One of my favorite things to do is to just snip it from one area and then twist it off. Depending on the piece, you know. I'd recommend it. Very easy to do, and oftentimes you get it with almost no nubs, or like actually no nubs. It's pretty cool, dude. When I put the second one, that is another beam saber or something. More connecting bits. So yeah, it's very much not ready. That's fine. Where was the completed one here? So this needs one connecting joint. And just pop off. Yeah, this one's not going to be quite as clean. I stand corrected. Another beam saber. One way, one the other way. Okay. How does that clip on? Oh, it's supposed to have clips already. Okay. So, where are my clips? There they are. So you need one for each side. Of course I have 2 left over, so that means we can only have 2 to start with. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. So this is technically extra, or am I doing it right? Yep, that's right. Wata. Probably a nub in the way here. It's not getting the proper bend out. And that's not what this is it? I'm thinking I have leftover for something else, huh? Strange. So I want this to connect from here. So we've got holding hands and we got open hands. Not sure if I have extras of either. Holding and open. I guess because there's not a whole lot to hold, but like I think the open hands are for like beam blades and stuff. Yeah, it's supposed to have 2 more of those, which are probably around somewhere. And then this connects into that. So that you have your skull weapon transport with like a AI controlled sensor head. And this stand, of course, which pretty sure it's like this. I'm just going from memory. Cool. And then connect in here. Probably a couple different ways this could work. Nope, seems to be this is the way. This is the way. Very not very sturdy. Oh, it's supposed to plug in the back here. This is sealed off. Capped it. Cool. So anyways, with all that put aside, I have to find out where those clamps are. Where are we? Oh, there we go. Extra beam sabers, a sealant, an entire backpack thing, a whole bunch of stuff here. Lots of cool things. let's just get this going. Don't have a lot of time I want to spend left on this, so let's quickly do a rundown here. We got this beam weapon here. So this is like a rotating ring. I'm sure it doesn't, like in canon it rotates on its own, but you know, you got a rotating ring here. So you can have it in the middle position, you can have it in the upper high position with a beam effect here. That can either be like as a solid blade or a shooting blade. Like this one here. That needs to be knifed. But we'll worry about that later because of course it's all being done on the fly. Perfect. Yeah, like this. Oop. Like that. You know, anywhere on this like weapon key ring. Whole 90 degrees of weapon movement. No. This thing can hold on to, as I mentioned earlier, the hook and the whatnot. I guess we'll put some stuff on it, since we're about to leave very, very soon. Where is the pistol? Got one pistol here. Put that in the subarm. Just trying to remember, there's a bunch of awesome weapon combinations that we don't get to see in this manual. Oh yeah, you can have this facing forward too. Have it be a flying shield. Oh, what's this? Interesting. So those things from earlier, you can connect this to the action base actually. Did not know that. I'm not quite sure what this is trying to say here. That's like compatible with like the F91 and whatnot. Whatever that's trying to say. Anyway, thanks to these subarms, there's tons of positions you can have it in, with like the subarms holding like these. I think it does fit in. It should fit in from what I recall. Not quite. I have to look at those photos again, because there's tons of photos for stuff like this being cool. Yep, and it does say it's Striker Pack compatible. I'm not even gonna show you that. Oh wait, no, because it has this alternative base piece. Here, this piece. So this makes it Striker Pack compatible. Which means that you could use that on this so that it could use Striker Packs too. Or, no, you could use the other one. Wow. Crazy. The second you say it can combine with something from Gundam Seed, it's just like, wow, the mind opens up. The possibilities are infinite and endless. Kind of. So yeah, I got a bunch of these. I think these black ones are extra from the Skull weapons, so if you wanted some spare beam sabers. Usually the other way around, or at least nowadays, it's like you need beam effect parts because all your Gundams come with freaking no beam effect parts. Super lame. So yeah, I'm probably getting confused because these extra pieces here are from the original kit. This one just has a spare. This one has 2 sub arms. This one has, original has like 1 sub arm, and they're only for holding the beam sabers. I think, hold on, these are 2, yeah, these are 2 ways. The original beams is a 2-way emitter, so while it's being held on by the sub arms, you can have a blade coming out of either end. So SB1, huh? Did this come with this kit? I don't know. Sometimes I throw things in random places. But yeah, these are coming out like lasers. So, yeah, like that. Or I'm guessing... Huh, where's the other one? That goes in like all the way. Is that even right? Doesn't feel right. F1. Okay, weird. This goes all the way in. So you could kind of have like a giant beam naginata too if you wanted. But it's supposed to be that, well, this is attached to the sub arms via whichever connections, because I'm sure you can put the old connection on this one. You can have these being like sub arm lasers or sub arm beam sabers. And then have the main ones held in the hand or the pistols, because again we got 4 arms with this attachment as opposed to the original 2. And then what you can hold in your hands, and if you wanted to put the beam combat knife in the bottom of the legs too. And of course, don't forget we got the satellite cannon built into the chest for this version of the Gundam Crossbone /X. Yeah, it's got a weird locking thing. Alright. So again, there's tons of stuff we can do. I can put it in a very complicated pose if I wanted to end off the video like that. But, you know, we're just going to put it in one final pose. And then I'm sure when I finally have enough time to do that video stuff. Or sorry, the Discord stuff. Which, you know, you should check out the Discord if you like Gunpla or want to post your own Gunpla stuff. Tons of cool things going on over there on the Discord. Let's rotate these out of the way. I don't know if these have a proper like resting position. Let's move them away to the side. Out of sight, out of mind. Let me get those. I think I put them away again. Here we go. Peace signs. These ones are raised. I think the other ones are actually just flat, so there might be a difference between the 2 peace signs. Again, if you're curious, let me know on the Discord and I'll hit you with some replies. Alright, facing forward, thrusters. I wish these thrusters were actually facing back for recoil support, because the satellite cannon kicks like a motherfucker. It would be. I mean, it should. If you think about it. It's a goddamn satellite cannon. Okay, it's a little stiff over here in the arm. This medium side half. There we go. I kind of like the nonchalantness of this natural pose I've come up with. So we got this. Backpack's actually a little... I kind of wish this backpack was a bit stiffer, because it almost does like a lotus flower kind of rotation thing. Like, that could be a maneuver. Okay. There is somewhat of a signifier for up and down. This piece in the back has a removal cap sort of thing. And yet, no, it actually, and it is different. The length width difference is different from left to, from its length and width. Yeah, they're not equal. So you can kind of tell the difference. Although I'm not sure which is the correct one now that I think about it. But it's noticeable. I think I'm seeing it now here in the back. So we'll do it this way. Do it hopefully straight flat. I want to put a little bit of spin on this, or a little bit of back on that. Not the most flat surface, but that's okay. To your assured destruction. And hopefully you don't get yourself too wrecked here tonight as we head on over into the new year, because, you know, maybe you should wake up sober next year. I'm just saying, you know. Anyways, have fun, make good choices, not just for tonight/tomorrow, but, you know, all the time. And don't forget to hit me up on the Discord. Talk about all kinds of stuff, not just Gunpla. Post photos and stuff, you know, stuff. And watch me live on Twitch. Chat with me while we're doing these things, you know. Influence the process. And if you miss any of that stuff and you want to catch up on that and all kinds of other things, or maybe this is your first time, you know, hit me up on the YouTube. I got all my old videos and stuff archived. Pretty much everything. I don't think we're missing stuff there. And, you know, things that never made it to Twitch. And without taking up any more of your time, I want to remind y'all, as we head into the new year, to keep on dreaming. Poutine, out! Peace.